Welcome to My Line of Work. Here we dive deep into the world of work, what people do, why they do it, and how they got there. From dream jobs to unexpected paths, every story matters and every career has a story worth sharing. Today our special guest is Ken Dillard. What's going on, man?
Man, another day in the life.
Yes, sir. Go ahead and tell everybody what you do.
Commercial driver.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Commercial driver. I drove for like 14 years. Just recently sold my trucks.
Nice.
Got a friend of mine. He's a real talented guy. He's a professional inspector now. So I'm his apprentice. I'm a professional inspector. I don't know if you've heard of him. By the name of Lou Chavez, man. Good dude.
I like that.
He's
very
helpful.
Cool. You're going to do good, man. You're going to be a good inspector.
But yeah, I drove trucks for like 14 years.
Yeah.
It was cool.
That's awesome.
It was cool.
Cool, man. So what does it take to get into that?
Get your CDL, man. Go to driving school.
Okay.
For me at the time in 2009, what I went to, what was the name of that school? Roadmaster.
Roadmaster.
A long
Okay.
time ago.
Yeah.
Roadmaster. They're still around. I still see their trucks running around.
Yeah.
And took about a month-long course and got straight to the money. At the time, it was probably
it? Only a month?
A month.
Wow.
And you get decent money, like I say, and versus guys going to school for X amount of years, trying to get licensed and whatever other, respective career paths. But I did it for a month. And initially I had trouble getting a job because everybody wants to they don't want to hire you unless you have experience. Okay. And so I didn't have any experience.
Well, how do you get experience if nobody was
man? Yeah, it's a cheat code, man. You gotta know how to work that pen. And I always remember that the pen is mightier than the sword, and know some people that know some people, and put down some. You might got to put down some faulty references or do whatever do. Yeah. One of the first guys that took a shot on me was C6, and I was a trash man over there. Worked there.
You would pick up trash?
Yeah, literally the trash guy swinging on the back of the trash truck, doing all that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Did that for a few months. Then I got my own trash route. Okay. A recycling route. I was a recycling truck by then. And I don't know, man. I guess I tore up enough of their equipment for them to say, hey, man, you graduated on to a new career path. So,
awesome.
Yeah, man, I had to go find another job. What I did after that, I drove belly dump.
What's belly dump?
Belly dump. Aggregates. I was hauling dirt, rock, sand, asphalt, aggregates to like the foundation for roads and buildings and all that old stuff. Drove with Bill Hall. They got a notorious or I don't know, it's a big story, a legendary story out of San Antonio. Dude had hundreds of trucks or seemed like 100 trucks. He had a branch in San Antonio and New Braunfels. They got a Lifetime movie about Bill Hall, Hall Jr. And man, it was on the driving side, it was cool. Yeah. It was cool. I got it was real fun. We were talking on the CBs. It was real trucker style, like Smokey and the Bandit. We were cutting people off on the highway and doing my thing. Several other guys I remember that I've work with at that time, we've all went on to get several trucks after then. Yeah. That's what's so crazy about it. But man, Bill Hall, Lifetime movie about that guy. Okay. His wife basically killed him. He had a lot of money. Yeah. He chose to live a lifestyle different than a lot of people. Okay. And he was out with his mistress and it was crazy. So he was on his motorcycle with the mistress. Yeah. The wife found out. She was in the Escalade, I believe, or SUV or truck or some sort. Yeah. Ran him off the road and he died. She went to jail and then everything went to crap after that. But look, it's a Lifetime movie. I seen it. Yeah.
Did that happen while you were working?
No. Shortly after.
Shortly
after. So I mean, I guess I worked with them probably 2010, 11 or somewhere up in there. Yeah. And I seen the Lifetime special, I guess, 2015, 16.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So all of that transpired and they shot a movie about it and all that since then. Okay. So What
Wow.
yeah, it was
Interesting.
cool. It was
Oh, yeah.
cool.
So you could do a lot with the CDL. Oh, you have like a little
Like
thing
on my
on your
face.
chin. It's like a little white.
No, because it ain't a gray hair. We good.
Oh, there you go. You got it. I don't edit, by the way, so all that's gonna come out.
That's all good. That's all good.
Yeah, you can do a lot with the CDL.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. So from working with the belly dump and aggregates, went to the oil field, heard about the oil field, making the oil field money, oil field boom, and all this stuff. I didn't think it was something I could do at the time. And they were like, no, get your hazmat, even if you need it or don't need it.
Yeah.
And I started hauling dirty water and oil-based mud.
Okay.
Flow back water or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I said, probably 2012-ish.
Yeah.
By then. And started making some real good money.
Mm-hmm.
Real good money. I saw my first, at the time, it was good money.
Yeah.
I saw my first like 1,600 in 6 days.
Nice.
And I was like, man, I could do this.
Yeah.
Went out and bought a brand new GMC and low rider and all types of stuff, man. And had some fun. But did the oil field, man, it kind of changed.
I heard it fluctuates a lot. Like it gets real busy.
It's kind of like it's a seasonal thing, man. You catch a couple years of it or a couple months of it and do it and get out the way. The rates change, companies policies change, companies boom and bust.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of stuff going on. You get a lot of out of town companies moving in and moving out. And they want you to move with them, and you're like, man, I just do this. I ain't moving. Yeah. It's just a job, you know.
Yeah.
They might want you to move with them, and those are things that you got to consider as a trucker anyway, because you're gone so long. Yeah. So, did the hauled the water for a while out in Floresville to our construction and several other companies. But R was a decent company.
What would you be hauling water for?
So when they're drilling for oil, I don't know exactly. Somebody can correct me. But basically they drill a hole, then they whip up a sand and jelly-like solution, and they pump it down in a hole, and then the water and oil comes back up. And they can't do much with the water, but within the water it has oil in it, or got oil in it basically. And you'll take it to what they call an oil disposal, and the disposal will take it and extract the oil out of extract the good stuff and pump the rest of the water back into the ground. And that's all we did, just run around the clock. It got to the point where people were using that pen more than what they should have, and got to abusing the policies and making money. It was to the point where guys are it might be a 6-hour job. Let's say I work for R and we do a job for Marathon. We might do one for Shell. We might do one for Trinity or whoever these oil companies are. And they might allow us to get 6 to 8 hours or however much per job. And for that job, we would go in and we might knock it out in 3 or 4 hours.
Oh, but you document the whole...
I mean, not every time, but sometimes you got to factor in travel time, and sometimes stuff goes awry and whatever, and if you put it in there properly in the comments, then, for the most part, it's all right. But when everybody's doing it or get to abusing it, or, it just got bad. So that's the reason why a lot of companies, policies, and just they would boom and bust, and they be fly by night. But it was cool while it lasted. Did that till probably about 2015. I started hauling cars. Got with a janky company. Where were they out of? They were out of. If I could figure it out, I might run up on it. They were out of Henrietta. Anyway, they was a janky company, man. I ran with them guys, and they taught me how to load cars, which was cool. I give them that. But
I'm writing down all the stuff that you have hauled.
Oh yeah.
Trash, recycle, water, dirt, concrete, cars.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're gonna haul some stuff. Haul plenty of stuff. So Yeah, okay. I'm running with these guys.
Yeah.
Speed Pros. That's what their name was.
Okay.
And it got to a point, man, the money was funny. Then they didn't pay me. And then I was like, man, look.
Yeah.
But I had some skills, met some good people, and had some references. And at this point, I had guys working in Cali and working on the East Coast up and down. One of my good friends, Jose, he's from Miami.
Okay.
And he knew some guys out of Atlanta area. And he was like, hey, man, I'm over here running. How about I told them about you?
Yeah.
And they're going to fly you out.
Really?
And they flew me out to Atlanta.
Nice.
And we was hauling cars nationwide again.
Wow.
They were legit. They was cool for a little while.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe a year and a half or so with them.
Yeah.
And then I got another friend out of Cali. He told some guys about me.
Yeah.
They flew me out to Cali.
Nice.
First class, my first class flight out to Cali. And man, shout out to Mr. Russell. Man, so on the flight, on my first class flight,
yeah.
lady like, yeah, get whatever you want to drink. And I'm like, all right, whatever. See everybody else pour shit. I was like, how much is it? She was like, no, it's first class. It's free. Everything.
Oh, wow.
I said, alcohol?
All
She
included.
said, yeah, alcohol too, all that.
Yeah, everything.
I say, well, give me a double.
Give me a bottle.
No, give me a double. Yeah. And man, I was double, tripled up. Man, I don't even know how many of them little things I had, man. But by the time we was about to land, it's about the time I realized, damn, dog, this is my first time meeting. This is my first time meeting this dude.
Oh,
this is a driving job. This is my first time meeting this dude. Like, I'm really tripping.
Yeah.
And man, first Uber ride and everything, man. I waited at the outside of the airport, waiting for Uber. I waited for like 2 different Ubers, and they were saying his name instead of saying my name, and I was like, I don't know. I didn't know how it goes because it's like whoever orders a ride, they could either change it and put your name, or it can be whoever ordered it.
Yeah.
And man, I had no idea. I was there for like an extra 45 minutes, man. I guess it was good because I sobered up a little bit. Yeah. But he was a really cool dude, so he really wasn't tripping about it anyway. Yeah. And man, I started hauling cars out of Cali. And same thing, man. It was beautiful, man. I'm seeing stuff nationwide, Colorado, Arizona, wherever, New York a little bit, whatever. I try to stay out of New York, but I did it. But a little bit of everywhere. Went over Donner's Pass one time. Everywhere. Everywhere. So the cars was cool,
man. And which of these? Because I know some are like daily routes, some are like you mentioned, national routes. So like the trash recycle, I'm assuming that's like a local in town. Maybe you're working 8-hour shifts or something.
I don't know, I guess,
or whatever, or however long it takes.
Probably 10 hours with the trash, maybe 12.
Yeah.
I don't think it was 12. What time would we? We would start way early, so
yeah.
But most of the time, I think it would be like 10 to 12 hours with the trash.
Yeah. And then you mentioned you were on the back of the truck, and then eventually you got your own recycle truck. Yeah. What did you need the CDL to work on the back of the truck?
Nah, I rode the back of the truck because I just needed a job.
Just trying to get
like, man, you got to be a helper first.
Yeah.
And not necessarily have to be a helper.
Yeah, but you just got to work your way up.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah,
and because sometimes most, 90% of the time you're going to have a helper if you're a driver, but he's not just going to throw you as a driver. And because if you throw you as a driver, some people, what they call in the industry, they'll call it a steering wheel holder. Okay. And people get their license, and all of a sudden, all they want to do is hold the steering wheel. Yeah. But you got to get out and do some work sometime. At times, I've been a steering wheel holder at plenty of positions. Yeah. But at that, you can't do that. Okay. You can't do that.
So then you got your own truck.
Oh yeah.
So now you're driving.
Yeah.
And you got a guy in the back.
Shortly. I did. I guess I have my job. I don't think I have my own. Honestly, I don't think I even had my own trash route. I had just straight to the recycling route. And the thing about the recycling, it was just me by myself.
Oh, you had like those automatic?
And it's no.
Or how'd that work?
It was closer to the ground. Okay. I'm trying to think, was I on the wrong side of the truck? I think I drove on the wrong side, on the right side.
Yeah, you're on
Matter
the
of fact,
side, jumping out.
yeah, I was on the wrong side, hopping out, and it's like a little dump behind you, like a little bucket, let's say, big as this table or whatever. And whenever you pick up their recycling bins, you grab them, dump them in there, and after you get enough of them, then you press the button, and then it go. No, this one goes up and lifts and dumps in.
Okay.
In the trash truck is the one that compresses it.
Okay.
But I did, I guess like 350 doors or whatever with the trash can a day. Got in good shape messing with that recycling. Only thing about that trash truck, besides it being a trash truck, and you're stinking, and it being a trash truck and you're stinking, is your ass to get in shape, man. I was in decent shape messing with that. Yeah, I was in decent shape. So that was cool. That was cool. And cool. I was single back then. And don't get it twisted. The ladies do like trash truck guys too. Don't get it twisted. But So after the trash truck, the real trucking started for me. But that was entry level. That was something to put down on the paper.
That's good.
Because like I say, it's important, to take care of people's equipment. Yeah. And of course I realized that I was 1,000% after I bought my own. But tearing up people's stuff not cool. And you gotta have your experience. So
it costs money to run, repair, all that stuff.
1,000%.
And then the water and the dirt, all that, are those also daily things, or how far are you hauling that stuff?
So
you can do one
at first, hauling water. I was working with a company and they wanted you, it's kind of whatever however they run their company. Okay. If they want you out in the field and then you got to stay out there. Yeah. The thing is, we're going 50, 60 miles away from San Antonio. So
that's not bad.
Technically you can come back home. Yeah. But you got people that it's hard to get back out there. And it depends on what side of San Antonio and how fast, people really not moving like that when it's time to get back to it. Yeah.
So then do they provide any type of housing, or you have
sometimes? Sometimes they would. Sometimes they would. Sometimes you got a sleeper in the truck. So you're sleeping in that truck. Okay. And what I call
How big is that? How big is that area? Is it like
depends on what kind of truck.
Oh, okay.
They got some that the bed is right here behind you, just no room to step. You just roll into it or whatever. Yeah. Then some you can step down or step back or whatever. Okay. And some you can step a little bit further. Yeah. Yeah. Then you got an upstairs, downstairs. Then you got just a single bed or however you want it. Yeah. So, you got options. Yeah. Got options. But anything to keep you close to where that money at, that's what they're going to try to do.
Yeah. And then the dirt, concrete, all that stuff?
Dirt is daily work.
Daily, okay.
Daily. Because, whether you have a sleeper or not, you're going to these quarries in town. Okay. And they're going to be loading you up with either, asphalt, sand, or aggregates, dirt, rocks, or whatever. Yeah. And they're only open during the daytime. And you're doing like construction hours, construction work, hours. So it's daily. Yeah. You'll get up first thing in the morning, 5 o'clock, or maybe even earlier. You want to get there early. That's the thing. Yeah. Because once the first 8 trucks, 8 to 10 trucks are loaded, you're dealing with a different the traffic in the morning. It's like a different wave of traffic. Oh yeah. You'd be surprised what 30 minutes difference in traffic, morning traffic does. Yeah. And compounded throughout the day when you're making your runs, it's kind of like, it's competitive. Cause like with the guys, you'll see like, my guy, shout out to D, he went from 1 to 4 trucks in 9 months. Okay. My boy D. Nice. And it was one guy we call a Red Rocket. He had an older red truck, but man, he put the mash down and that thing be flying. But he'd always be there first thing in the morning. You're gonna have the guys that's always gonna be the first few guys. Yeah. And then when I show up, it's like, oh shit, this black dude in this truck, man. This dude show up early, and I'm like, I'm here for the money. Yeah. So it's real competitive, man. And you'll see your people running, and you'll be like, oh, he stopped He stopped. He got something to eat. He got some diesel. Whoever, and you want to get your loads in because that's who's making the money.
Yeah. Oh, nice. That happened to me, the traffic thing. I had an 8 o'clock inspection.
Mm-hmm.
I checked the night before. It was like 23 minute.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, that's not bad. So the next morning I'm getting ready. I'm helping get the kids ready for school. By the time 7 comes around, I'm like still eating breakfast. It's like 7:10. I pull up the GPS. I'm like 43 minutes. It like doubled.
You got 35 right here.
Golly,
you got to factor 35 every time.
Because I like to get there early.
Uh-huh.
And that I got there literally like 8:01. I was mad.
Right before embarrassing.
Yeah. But okay, and then the cars. You said that one you're hauling. How far are you hauling those cars?
Everywhere.
Yeah.
With that, I wasn't hauling my.
And is it a single car or is it
no,
a lot of cars?
No. I had 9 car, 11 car, 7 car.
Those ones that kind of stack those trucks.
Yeah. Okay. All of them are. So some of them. What are they? What am I trying to say? They'll have what they call a stinger with that car that's on top of the truck.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
So when I first started, I was just driving in just a day cab, just a front seat truck, no sleeper, just day cab, and it was like 11 car hauler with what they call a stinger, the car above me, and the truck itself would hold basically 3 cars.
Yeah.
Unless they were really small, you might could squeeze 4, 3 up top and 1 in the back, but 2 up top, 1 behind, and then it would hook up to a trailer that held like 6 to 7, 8 cars, however many cars, because it was like a 11 or 10 car hauler. My first one, it was an old truck and everything.
Okay.
And then when I was with my guys out in Atlanta area, out in Cumming, Georgia, we had a 7 car hauler. So it was just a regular 18-wheeler rig with a trailer that carried cars or whatever. Yeah. But the trailers, depending on who designed it, they would carry whatever number of cars. Okay. But I've hauled.
And are these for car dealerships or who owns the cars? Or what companies are telling you?
Sometimes private individuals. Okay. Sometimes companies or whatever, corporate, whatever. So they'll put their listings on a load board. And at the time, I wouldn't put in cars or whatever, but basically they'll put their needs on a load board, and the guys from my company would map out the logistics. They'll either say, okay, yeah, we'll come pick up. Excuse me. We'll either come pick up these 6 cars or 1 car. A lot of the time it'd be 1 car, 1 customer. Oftentimes it wouldn't be multiples. You want it to be multiples because that would be less time. You know what I mean? You pick them up at the same spot, drop them off at the same spot. But a lot of times it'll be individuals. Wow. And it was a lot of working out the fine print behind the scenes. So it would be a lot for one person to do that, but it could be done. And I've seen people do it, but it's a lot.
And whenever they put out these jobs, is it like the companies have to kind of bid for the work?
Kind of.
Okay.
Kind of.
It's kind of like a request, and then the company, like I can say, hey, I can do it at this time for this much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of. You'll just bid for it basically. And pull it off the load.
And you were driving to where you didn't have to look for that work.
No, I didn't.
They would just, the company would say, hey, we got a job.
Yeah, they'll just tell me wherever I'm going next.
Wherever you're going. Okay.
And sometimes they'll have guys like jockey the cars and go meet them up at one central point. And I pick them up and go to make it more efficient.
Yeah, cool. But, and then were there any, for you driving, what's the farthest you drove? From one...
Without stopping? Or damn near not stopping.
Or like considered one trip.
I mean, I drove coast to coast, dog. I played Long Beach to Wilmington, North Carolina.
Wow.
Yeah, like that. Like, I don't even know how many days, probably like 3-4 days.
And are there restrictions on, that's what I was going to ask. Are there restrictions on like how fast you can drive, how long you can drive?
Obviously how fast.
All that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
but
speed limit.
you bet.
Well, even does the truck on top of the speed limit? Does the truck have any kind of like, hey,
yeah, you can open it up. You can go whatever the truck could take you if you want to.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah,
but you can.
yeah.
You know, West Texas, you know, it goes up to 85 in West Texas.
Okay.
They should have it like that in New Mexico or parts of Arizona. But the furthest, like, you know, when you coming home, you ready to come home.
Yeah.
And I hit from San Diego to San Antonio. I think it was like 22 hours.
Okay.
It was damn near straight. I took like a 2-hour nap.
Wow.
But I was already in Texas when I did that.
Okay.
But
and are there restrictions as far as like,
oh yeah,
you can only drive 8 hours or you can only drive 10 hours?
1,000%. So it is, I think it's within Texas rules is different and oil field rules is different.
Okay.
But national is national.
Okay.
At the time and what it still is, basically is within a 14-hour block, you can drive, I think it's 11 hours.
Okay.
And you could do like 8 hours consecutive, and you have to have at least a 30-minute break.
Okay.
So you can have more than one break. You can break it up how you need.
Yeah.
But within that like 14-hour block, you can only do 11 or something like that.
Okay.
And when I was hauling cars, this was right before they did the e-logs, where e-logs were mandated. So it was paper logs.
Yeah.
So as long as I had a log book with tearaway sheets, I could just write it in and whatever.
Now it's computerized?
Basically,
or the truck is
digital. I mean, so they put a little tracker in the truck.
Yeah.
And the app on your phone. Or they'll have the hardware in your truck and do it and like it connects. That. And basically to where you can't erase it, but you have to be able to erase it because there's going to be corrections or whatever. You might have made a mistake.
Yeah.
And basically you can just go back and edit it. I used to go back if I'm on, my boy, we rebel style trucker. We'll go back 3 days, and as long as the lines line up, and because it's digital, it's in the app. But let's say if it's wrong, then the line, instead of the line being blue or green or whatever it is, it'll be like a red line. And as long as all the lines are okay, then it's okay. But we used to get down. And but I was scared because it's hard to get everybody on track when you're hauling cars, and I wasn't sure of how they were going to do the e-log. It was like the big new scary Y2K at the time, and I was like, man, I was tired of being gone. I had recently got married and all that, so I was like, I'm through with the over the road. I'm gonna come home a little bit. If anything, I'll do some oil field work. Then I came back and started hauling sand.
Okay.
Hauling pneumatic sand, not just aggregate sand.
Okay.
So did that in Oklahoma for a while. I just think about all the storms. It's like it'll have a rain storm or whatever, but it's more of a storm than what it is actually rain. Just thinking about Oklahoma, that's what I think about. It's crazy. You'll swear it's a whole damn tornado outside. It's nothing. It's like barely just enough to get the car dirty.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
And so earlier you mentioned your friend went from 1 truck to 4 trucks.
Yeah.
So some of these companies, you're driving their trucks, and then other times you have your own truck?
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
I mean, when you buy your own, you can apply for some of the same companies and you can drive one of theirs, or they'll allow you to lease on your truck. The process is called leasing on your equipment to their work.
Okay.
And
is that, and so that's more money in your pocket if you bring your own truck?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It'll be, let's say a good number would be like, let's say 85% to you or more. Yeah. As opposed to being paid as a regular driver, it might be 25%.
Yeah. Oh wow.
25 up to 30.
Yeah.
or so. And then if it's if it's your equipment, it might be 75, 80%. The most I heard is like 90, but that's like that's probably your brother running the company or something.
Yeah.
But I used to get paid.
That's generous.
I did well, man. I got linked in with a guy. He gave me like 85%.
Yeah.
Or more.
So hold on, let's go back. When did you decide to go from using company trucks to get your own truck? What was that process like?
Man, I had been driving probably almost 10 years.
Okay.
Probably 8, 9 years. I don't even know. But I was just like, man, I got to swing for the fences.
Okay. I'm leaving money on the table.
Yeah, I'm leaving money on the table. I'm good at this. I'm tired of being told I'm good at this. Like it's so much stuff to remember and to be on top of as a regular driver or doing any of this oil field work. I used to haul crude oil.
Okay.
Used to do a whole damn chemistry test before.
Really?
Yeah, man, like all types of stuff. I would way fail if it was Miss Milanovich's class, like way fail it. But I did it, and I had to be good at it and know it. And I was like, man, I could just run a damn company.
Yeah.
And that's something I learned even before trucking. It was like, man, once you start realizing that the company can be ran more efficient.
Okay.
Nah, you too smart to work at that job. You need to go do your own, or they're gonna run you off.
Yeah,
because nobody want to be told.
Oh, you're not getting paid what you're worth.
I mean, and all of that at the same time. So, like I say, that's what had me like, nah, I'm all in on a truck.
Yeah.
I was doing good work. So I had figured out. I'm gonna see about taking real estate classes. Was gonna see about being a realtor.
Yeah.
This real estate, being a realtor ain't me. It's too white collar. I'm gonna go see I'm gonna see about being an inspector.
Okay.
So I'm studying the classes, get about 70% way through, and people were hating on me at my job.
Really?
While I was working. I was like, dog, I finished what I'm doing. I'm over here waiting. They had like a truck that would drive us out 60, 70 miles to the location, and we would hop in separate trucks and we do our thing, and they run us back or whatever, shuttle van or whatever. And just the politics of it, I was like, man, I don't even need to be around none of this.
Okay.
So I started with the home inspector.
I remember courses. You called me years ago.
This
was years ago.
So they were hating, and I basically lost my job.
Yeah.
Because I was, they were lying. Man, it was just compounded stuff.
Yeah.
But then I was like, man, I switch modes on him, man, and let him know, hey, man, you're not gonna play with me, and and it happened like that.
Yeah,
and So
that took you to I want to buy my.
I gotta
truck?
buy my own.
Okay,
I gotta buy my own.
Yeah.
And so my very next job, I went hard as I could. I saved every penny.
Yeah.
And by this time, it was 2019.
Yeah.
And then the thing called the Rona happened.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I'm right here by the money. I got the money in my pocket.
Yeah.
They talking about the world shutting down. It's March of 2020. I'm like, got the money right here. My girl like, yeah, you need to do it. If you're not going to, you know what? If the world shut down, at least I had this truck, and they got to come get it however they come get it. So I drove down to Houston as they were shutting down the highways. I was driving down to Houston, go pick up my truck. Yeah. And they gave me 24 months to pay it off. I paid it off in 18.
Nice.
My 19th month, I cashed out on my second truck.
Okay.
Which was a piece of crap, but the price in trucks had like literally quadrupled.
Oh, wow.
What I paid 28 for, they're charging 99 for that same equivalent. So I'm talking about the industry. I really got to learn how these effects on the industries. It's just talk when it's on the news. When you working your job and you ain't got too much invested, you just clocking in with somebody else. You might not understand it the same, but I was understanding how that industry affect me for real. Because it's just what I'm trying to do. Yeah. And
have the prices corrected since then? Or is it still pretty high?
Well, I haven't. you got to be in it, man. And I wasn't in the same lane that I was to say firsthand that yes or no.
Okay.
So I can't say if they've actually changed. I could say wherever the diesel price is.
Yeah.
But like I say, another thing that I remember when that diesel, whenever that what was that, Russia and was it
Ukraine?
Russia? Was it Russia and Ukraine? It might have been Russia when it first jumped off.
Yeah.
And man, diesel went from 345, 350, whatever, to 550 in 7 to 9 days.
Yeah.
And some places out of town way more than that. It's just Texas.
Yeah.
My driver was out of town. I had a driver at that time.
Yeah.
He did real good. Shout out to my guy.
Yeah.
And man, the diesel was stupid. It was to the point where I called on, hey man, what's up? Why is it cost? Nah, man, I'm not stealing, man. That's the price of diesel, man. It's really going on. Haven't you seen? So I had to call my truck home and we kind of regrouped, and we were just running a little bit closer, Texas, Oklahoma, not too far at all. Yeah. 500 miles or less. We was going like 700,000 miles. It don't matter.
Dang. And is gas your biggest expense when you have your own truck?
Yeah, you're married to the diesel.
Okay.
When you're talking trucks or industry where you're really burning that
and
diesel.
Is the maintenance kind of like a regular car? Like you're doing, filters, oil changes, or is it more extensive?
Yeah, it's supersized.
Oh, okay.
It's it happens more often, man, because like I said,
because of all the driving.
You're putting real miles on it. It's a real machine, man. Yeah. It's man, they're gonna tell you some type of whatever, and they're gonna be like, I've never heard of this part. Are you let me see it. Like, what are you talking about? And
but maybe you gotta fix it.
Man, and that might not even be the thing that's broke. You've been paid $3,500 and that's not what was broke. And it's still doing the same thing. Yeah. And you bringing it to your guy and he's like, hey man, but.
And are there specific mechanics for those trucks? Where would you go to get your truck
obviously
fixed?
diesel mechanics, but if it's a Freightliner or whatever, I had Freightliners. Okay. But some items are dealership only items. Oh, and sometimes only the dealer can fix certain things. Yeah. When you're dealing with the dealer, you got dealer prices and you got dealer waiting times. And it gets quick. It gets real thick quick. Yeah. So you got to be prepared. You got to pay that money up front. Even if you don't have the money, you still got to pay the money, or else you're not gonna get no more money. So you got to make miracles happen. Make miracles. Yeah.
Wow. And then, so when you have your own truck, how are you finding now the jobs?
Same process. Get on there and see who's hiring for owner operators. Okay. Instead of looking for a commercial driving position, a CDL position, you're looking for an owner operator position. Yeah. See if they are hiring owner operators, or even better than that, just put your truck on, and have a driver drive for you. Okay. And as an owner operator, whatnot. And now you're paying them or whatever.
You're getting a cut of his driving.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, it's real good. Going rate is decent rate is 25%. You might start them off at 23 or whatever. I like to pay premium. I like to make sure they're getting good money, and I want to pay percentage. Some guys do hourly or a flat rate. Yeah. Which is cool. You run your ship how you want to, but I want them to win with me. If I'm winning, you winning. And good. If it's more, let's get more. And if it's less, then hey man, we go harder. We need to figure it out or whatever's going on. Yeah. But I like to pay percentage wise. But yeah.
Wow. So what is a Freightliner? What can you do with that?
Freightliner, it's just a brand. Like Ford, Chevy, whatever. They got Peterbilt, Freightliner, Internationals. Volvo, Western Star,
Tesla. What do you think about the?
If I
What do
ever
you think
did
about
trucks again,
the self-driving?
I don't. It's out there. It's gonna be there,
Yeah,
and it's on the way.
Yeah.
However, if I were to get in the truck and it wouldn't be anything that a Tesla could do, like I said, I would, it got to be specialized.
Yeah.
You're going to do something, you do it specialized because,
Yeah.
the machine is on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, the machine is on the way, and they won't stop until the machine can do just about everything.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for machine-proof industries minus the machine. Like I say, trucking was cool until it wasn't.
Yeah.
Like I say, it's until you figure out, hey man, there's something a little bit better out there.
Yeah.
But Tesla, as long as it doesn't break down like how they say it doesn't, or the warranty wise or whatever, what I've learned about the industry is it's about staying rolling. Okay. It's about keep on trucking. It is the tortoise over the hare.
Oh, okay.
Because it's about showing up every day, and you might not make the biggest cut, but to keep on making some money beats no money.
Yeah.
I got a friend right now. He's doing box trucks, and he doesn't own them. He rents them.
Oh, nice.
And some people are like, I want to own. But owning, you just owning more responsibility and more accountability.
Yeah.
And when you're talking about employing other people, you want to make sure they have something consistent. They got a family to feed.
Yeah, you're
also
responsible to them now.
Yeah. It's a big. I had it grew my perspective as an owner operator, employing somebody.
Yeah,
I had my guy. He made his first $2,000 check in a week working up under me.
Oh, very cool.
So we did good. We rocked out.
Man, that's cool. So, so if I have a CDL, I can work local daily jobs. I can work, where I'm driving. Whenever you do those long trips, how long are you working? And then do they give you time off because of how long you're working? Or you just bounce from job to job? How does that work?
Yeah, they'll do whatever you let them get away with.
Oh, okay.
If some people that might be like, hey, I want you to be out there for 21 days and have 3 days off or 4 days. And some people, they'll do that. I mean, I'm not going to say I haven't, because I have.
Okay.
But for some stuff, you just got to get out there and go see. For some people, like for me, I had to get out there and go see what it was and what the money really was. Hauling cars, I would be gone 9-10 days. Yeah. Come home 2-3 days, maybe a week. Yeah. But for the most part, I was gone a lot. Yeah. A lot. I made a lot of money. But you look around, you're just like, man, where'd that money go? Yeah. You might have spent it. You might, it might not have just been all foolish things, but it's only so much money you're gonna make, man. Yeah. And this being, when you're talking about family, wife and kids and all that stuff, for those who got that, you want to be there. You want to be there.
And so if I'm, young, not married, I can, in essence, get a CDL, make good money, and then when I get married, have a family, transition to more of the local work.
It can happen.
Because now I have experience. Right?
No, 1,000%. It can happen. It can happen.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool. Something to consider for those of you out there. I want to talk about pros and cons, right? Like what was the favorite part of, driving, and then what's like the worst part of it?
I'm naturally a driver. I would drive before I was a driver, ride around. Like what would I do? Yeah. Be trying to go somewhere and chill, listen to music, whatever. I'd be riding, and what would I do that's less stress? I don't want to be in a warehouse, no shade to nobody, but I don't really do well sitting in one spot. I gotta get out. I gotta see stuff. I don't want to just be in one spot all day. So that's what would attracted me to drive, and that's why it wasn't too much work. Yeah. But at the same time, I don't run from the work either. And if it's worth my time, like the oil field, for instance, it was way boring out there, but it was worth my time. It's, this back in the day when the reception was bad on your cell phone, GPS was crap. Like there was some stuff going on, but it was worth it. Yeah. And I wouldn't mind.
Was there anything you didn't like about being
The being gone.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
it's the same stuff that I liked about it. Honestly, it's the same stuff that I don't like about it. Because like I like being gone, but it's like sometimes I want to be chilling.
Taxing,
You know, I can't think of how many concerts or whatever else type of things I wanted to go to that I did not get a chance to go to.
Yeah.
Birthdays, being gone or over the road, or trying to make it home and being in a truck for your birthday. Broke down on side of the road. Like, happy birthday.
Yeah. So what happens when you break down?
Your ass on the side of the road looking crazy.
Have you ever? So if you're working for a company and you break down, what does that look like?
You call your people, hey man, I'm broke down. I'm at such and such. Okay, cool. We'll send somebody out to come get you.
Yeah.
And
you just gotta wait.
You wait, man.
Yeah.
Patience. You said, hey, either the AC work or you ain't got no AC, and you out there, dog.
Yeah,
you out there, man. You a truck monkey.
Yeah.
That's why I call it being a truck monkey.
And then you have your own truck and you break down. What does that look like? Now you're making.
You call somebody and you're still looking crazy.
Either way, you're stuck.
Bro, you just cost more.
Yeah. Is it common or how?
It's
how
part
many,
of the game,
how,
man. You can't tell me you can't tell me you are a trucker and you ain't broke down somewhere. Several times.
Yeah.
Brand new trucks break down.
Oh, wow.
New trucks.
Yeah. What's the longest you've ever been stranded?
Man, I done kicked it in some places, man. So I broke down in this place called Grants Pass, Oregon.
Okay. Oregon. That's
Shout
far.
out to Grants Pass. My people who know that's a grower community. If you know what that means, you know what that means. So, I was out there. It wasn't that bad. It's a grower community. So the community is very friendly to that lifestyle, man. And I was kicking it, man. A whole wheel popped off a trailer.
Oh, wow.
Working with that janky company I told you about.
And you feel that? Because you have a lot of wheels.
Man, it depends, man.
Okay. Because sometimes I'll see a trucker and one of the tires is flat.
Sometimes you
or
can
like gone,
sometimes you
and
can
it's
barely feel it. Sometimes you can barely feel
Okay.
it. Sometimes you're doing so much stuff you don't even. Sometimes somebody have to tell you.
Yeah.
But that time I want to say I realized, but I don't know where the wheel popped off, and when the wheel popped off, we never found that wheel. We never. It was a whole. No, it wasn't just a wheel. It was a whole axle.
Oh,
on the trailer, the two axles under one whole axle. So it was two wheels.
Wow.
2 wheels, 2 rims,
And
a whole axle.
At what point did you find out?
I mean, I noticed.
Did
I don't
anyone
know. It might have been smoking. It might have been sparking.
Yeah.
I don't know. I noticed. I was okay. So Grants Pass, Oregon. Broke down. I'm in town. Man, a good 4 days. Easy.
Wow.
Because
while they're fixing it?
Yeah, because this is a special breakdown. This is a specialty trailer. And you need welders and guys who really know how to make it work.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a Friday. Maybe that's why I stayed in town extra long, because you gotta consider they're not working. They don't care you broke down. It's Friday for them. We're not showing up till Monday at 8:30 when we say we're you're at the mercy. So in Grants Pass, got a hotel thing, stay in a nice little decent little hotel, whatever. They got free breakfast, whatever.
Yeah.
The waffles. Shout out to the waffles.
Yeah.
And man, they're telling me about this coffee company, man.
Okay.
This coffee company, man, is taking over. They're gonna be the next Starbucks, man. You gotta go have some of their coffee, whatever. Went over there, got coffee, got some other drinks. Okay, it's cool, whatever. It's daytime. I'm drinking coffee, but you're in Oregon, they do that in Oregon. And I drank it, they had almond milk and whatever else, some lactose. So, man, had the coffee, told my mom, told my wife about the coffee I had. It was cool, whatever. But they said it's gonna be the next Starbucks. Okay. Hey, don't remember I said it here first.
Do you remember what the name of the company was called?
Bruh. What's that name? Damn, why did I slip my name? What's the coffee? They're everywhere, dog.
I don't know, sir.
Brothers.
Oh, Brothers Coffee.
Which one call it Brothers?
I don't know. You want to look it up?
No, man, they're everywhere. You ain't even got to. It just slipped my mind.
Brothers Coffee?
No, Brook Brothers, what's their name? Dog, they're everywhere. From Grants Pass.
I have no idea. I don't drink coffee.
Man, look up the name.
Go ahead.
Which one call it Brothers?
Brothers.
Dog.
Like they're brothers or the name is Brothers?
Why is it? They're big, dog. I can't even.
Brothers Coffee from Oregon?
Yeah, dog. It's Grants Pass. It'll pop up. What is it called? Grants Pass, dog.
A coffee brand called Brothers.
Nah, what is it?
Grants Pass.
No, dog. That's
Oregon.
Brooks Brothers. What is the name of that damn coffee? You know, like I said, I still don't drink coffee. Like I drink whatever my wife. I drink her leftover coffee. I'm not no Starbucks. I don't do none of that. What is this damn coffee shop? They're everywhere, dog.
I have no idea.
Yes, you do, dog. Yes, you do.
Rogue Coffee Roasters. Taste and See, Wheelhouse, Dutch Bros.
Dutch Bros.
There we go.
Dutch Brothers, dog. Damn.
Dutch Bros.
Dog, they're everywhere.
I've never been there.
But they're everywhere, dog. They blew up like Starbucks in real time. They really did. Dog, I can't believe I couldn't.
It's like a light blue.
Yeah, Dutch Brothers coffee. Yeah.
I think there's one right here.
Dog, they're everywhere. Okay. Dog, they really
So they're
blew
from
up.
Oregon.
Grants Pass, Oregon.
Okay, Grants Pass, Oregon.
I'm out there.
Very cool. Did you like it? The coffee?
It was all right. It was cool. I mean, I wrote home about it, but it wasn't nothing to write home about, but I did.
Yeah.
But it was cool. Dutch Brothers Coffee.
Interesting. Dutch Bros.
And I was really there, man, right before the boom. Right before the boom. And it was, they were proud of their product, man.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. Do you like desserts? Are you a sweets guy?
That's probably what the problem is, man. Yeah. Yeah. I'm all right.
If you're ever in the Alamo Heights area,
go.
There's a place called Oncho's Churros. Man.
I'm going to check it out.
Yeah.
Oncho's.
Have you ever had a churro?
Just text it to me.
I'll text it
you
to
come
you.
on, dog. I love it, man. You know I had a churro, man.
Have you ever had a puffy taco?
Not in Monterey.
That's an inside joke.
Yeah, man.
You need to go to Oncho's Churros, man.
I'm going to check it out.
So good. And it's just literally just churros. Like
that's it.
Mini ones, there's regular, there's
in Alamo Heights.
In Alamo Heights.
I'm gonna check
on
it
Broadway.
out. I'm gonna check on Broadway.
410 and Broadway.
I was just finna refer you to the beignet spot on Broadway.
Beignet.
Best beignet in town. A powdered donut.
Oh, okay.
But it's a little different.
Okay.
But it's a powdered donut.
Okay.
But with no hole. It's a powdered pillow.
Is it French?
Probably.
Sounds French.
Probably.
Beignet.
Beignet.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Oncho churro.
Yeah, you got to check it out. It's good. What advice would you give to someone looking to get their CDL? Because the unique position that you're in, you're my first guest. I've reached out to other people that have worked in a career and then transitioned, right? And I'm trying to get them on the channel to talk about, because everyone I've interviewed has talked about what they do and they still currently do it.
They scared because they ain't winning yet.
Yeah. And so I want to talk to people like, hey, like I did this, but I left, right? Because there's to trucking, like you said, right? Like there's money in it, right? There's a lot of pros. It's minimal cost. It takes you a month to get your license. There's a lot of opportunities. But now, right? Someone considering CDL and working in that field now, it's like, well, I left, and this is why I left. And so what? You're getting a phone call. What advice would you give to someone looking into, right? Because to me, careers, especially nowadays, it's rare for someone to go into a career out of high school, do that for the rest of their life, retire from that one career, right? Typically, people will bounce around, even if it's within that same career path, right? They'll bounce around. So what advice would you give to someone looking to get into
trucking?
Yeah.
Universal advice for any industry, man. Take it serious.
Yeah.
Take it serious. Respect the road, because you're gonna be out there a long time.
Yeah.
Listen to what they're talking about as far as health. It's not as easy to work X amount of hours a day and then get out the truck and be like, oh, I'm gonna go work out, or you're excuse me, drink this water, I ate something.
Yeah.
So you'll be your body will be not moving. You'll be inanimate for X amount of hours. It's kind of hard to get back into the flow of moving. Your energy, your health is going to take a hit.
Okay.
And everybody say, "Oh, I'm going to do it." Yeah, only a few do.
Okay.
Even me with my back, I was sitting down too much, compression. And when I first got my own truck, I was going hard. I would barely even get out the truck. I was running my truck hard. But sometimes you got to do that. It's going to be long hours. Like as soon as you wake up, you're rolling. You're trying to brush your teeth, do whatever, and get to rolling. You'll be tired. You'll be ready for a nap at, whatever. They're going to have you at the shipper longer than you expected. Sometimes you'll get to the shipper early. They'll be like, you're here too early.
Oh,
you need to leave. Wait. You need to, well, damn, where am I going to go? Well, it's some crazy stuff, man. But you got to be built like that, man. Like I say, in any industry to be successful, you got to be built like that. But it's not going to just be you get your license and now you're a steering wheel holder. Nah, you're going to have to work. You're going to have to work. And everybody else is out there trying to do the same thing that you want. That's getting their CDL. This guy's getting their CDL every day. Men and women and all types of people getting their CDL every day, and they getting to it. So you got to get to it too.
I like that. Respect the road. Expect to work hard.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, that applies
or else you'll just be out there with another sad story to tell.
Yeah.
And everybody, like I said, it's plenty of drivers that ain't did nothing. They just drive.
Yeah.
But if you want to try to build something or even have other drivers, like I say, for me, the best feeling in the world was having my own driver. Some of the best money, the most money, for the least work.
Yeah.
I was on the phone 30 minutes sometimes, landing a load for my guy. Hey man, call me, you need something, whatever. He got a card, anything going on. An hour, 30 minutes, maybe 2 hours landing a load. Yeah. And that's it for the whole day.
Nice.
And it's a good feeling.
Man. Yeah. But you worked up to that, to be in that position.
Oh yeah.
You can't just get a license I'm just gonna buy a truck and all this work's gonna come to me.
Yeah. You gotta know it. And it got to the point where that's when I realized, like, nah, man, this information I got is really valuable because someone who was never in the game, I could just give them the information and they had $20,000. They can be right where I'm at today. Yeah. Nah, this gonna take a consultation fee. To learn this because it can happen. But like I say, it's so many different styles of trucking. And it can happen.
Yeah, that's good. And then, do you mind me asking why you're transitioning out?
I'm not a one-trick pony.
Okay.
And I don't like when truck break down, people looking at you like you the truck, like you broke down or feeling like, because, you still going to need that money. And I don't, like I say, I didn't want to, I was at a point where I could have bought another truck and got back in or got a fresh breath of wind or whatever. Okay. But I'm like, nah, let me just do something different. I've always been interested in the real estate industry and other aspects of all around it, the real estate industry. So that's why I was like, no, inspecting and investing what really caught my interest in being an inspector. Now I actually know what I'm talking about, not just looking at things and whatever. Now I actually, be licensed and know.
Very cool. Awesome, man. Well, I know people that are either have or are trying to transition out of a career. I know a human resource person, I know a nurse, I know a teacher, I know, where it's like they have a profession, it's consistent, they're making money. And they're like, no, man, I want to do something else.
We all singing the same song a lot of the time.
Yeah. I did that. I taught for 12 years.
See?
Now I do inspections. And I could one day decide not to do inspections and go do something else, right? Like I have a lot of, like you said, right? Like one trick pony. I have things I have things that I can transition to Cool, man. All right, so I have a couple questions I don't prepare my guests for.
Go ahead.
How do you define success?
Success.
Right now.
Success is being able to wake up in the morning and do what you want to do.
Like that.
Success.
Yeah.
And don't have to stress about making it happen, whatever the it happen is. Like, oh, yeah, you successful.
Yeah.
So, yeah, to me, that's success.
Very cool. All right. What was told to you growing up as far as work and careers and pursuing, that next level? Yeah, like what was the message to you as far as
what I need to do to be successful, or
just like as far as work, right? Like some parents are like, you have to go to college. Other parents are like, hey, you join the military. Other parents are like, just do what you love or do whatever, right? Like what was told to you growing up?
I don't think my parents told me what to do.
Okay.
I saw my parents work.
Yeah.
I knew my dad's an engineer. He rests peacefully. My mom, both of them got their degrees from Prairie View A&M.
Okay.
Mom, communications major. My dad's an engineer.
Yeah.
And my mom, she's with what they call mental retardation. I'm not sure what it's called now, like healthcare services.
Okay.
But she was in that industry since forever.
Yeah.
And they work. My pops, he got up way early in the morning.
Yeah.
And went down to what it was called the city water board at the time, which is Saws now.
Okay.
And he would get there. He'd work long hours, and then after being up there for years, he had his work truck, and he would drive their work truck or whatever, and even bring the work truck home. And I would have his. He had a little Ranger. He would let me drive the Ranger towards the end of high school. Yeah. At work study and whatever else I had going on.
Yeah.
And I just knew I had to figure out how to make some money, man. Work or go to college or whatever. But they never told me, hey, you need to do this or that. But, they just was like, do something. But they never told me. Okay. And they never even, they were like, yeah, you're going to try college, because they went to college. So I went to Prairie View also. I didn't finish. Oh, nice. But I went there, whatever. But, cool. Yeah, they didn't tell me what to do. I just did it.
Yeah.
I was very self-motivated. I was cutting yards 11 years old.
That's cool.
Couple $100 in my pocket from several yards throughout the neighborhood. Yeah. And I was doing it. That's cool. Very self-motivated.
So now what are you going to tell your kids now as far as like pursuing a career and, just what's the message now?
I tell one of them, I say, after I told my parents didn't pressure me, I tell my oldest, I say, yeah, you need to go to the military and be a pilot. And I tell the little one, you need to be a doctor. You need to do. This is what you need to do. Yeah. And then go to the military and do it. And whatever. I mean, if you ain't getting earn a scholarship, yes, that's what I do.
You want a specific career path.
Specific. And if you want to change it, you talk to me later. Yeah. My little one, he says he wants to be a policeman.
Oh, nice.
All right, cool. But I said you're going to be a doctor.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll figure it out. Figure it out.
Cool, man. Yeah. Well, that's good that you're giving them something to shoot for.
Yeah, all the time. All the time. Yeah. I don't take it easy on nothing, man. My pops wasn't easy on me. Yeah. Not that he was just hard, but he wasn't easy. I remember a lot of my friends, they were like, man, your dad's mean. I'm glad he's not my dad, but I'm thankful for it because it's a lot of, our guys we went to school with, they crashed out or not doing what we all planned on doing. It's like, man, it's a big world out here.
Yeah, I think that's the way dads show love, right? Yeah. Like they expect greatness from their sons.
Come on.
And my dad was real tough too.
Come on.
Sundays were like, we're going to work, cut grass. We're going to work on the house. Like, there's no...
Bro, because that's what a man is, man. A man, he does the boring stuff. He does the more stiff type. Oh, no, we got to cut but look at the house, though. After you can cut the yard, it look like a brand new house damn near, you know, like... Yeah. All that stuff.
And that's part of what you were talking about earlier about taking care of your stuff, right? Yeah. Like my dad taught me, so I have his truck outside when he gave it to me, it looked like that.
Mm-hmm.
3-4 years later, it looked bad.
Oh,
like I didn't take care of the exterior was really bad. I wouldn't wash it. My dad would wash it, wax it, like right.
No.
Everything it had this real cool cover on it. I took the cover off, the leather's starting to tear, right? Like,
and you see why you had the cover on there now.
Yeah, and then it took me, a good chunk of change to get it back
refreshed
to how it looked when my dad gave it to me, right? Mm-hmm. And then now I appreciate it. Yeah. Now I take care of it now, right? And so, and then you go to work for someone and you're like, I need to take care of their stuff, right? If they give me a tool, like, this costs money and I got to be responsible with it.
It's not friendly work teaching a young boy how to be a man.
No, yeah, it's tough.
It ain't friendly. Yeah. It's the stiff stuff. It's integrity. It's accountability. It's all of that old stuff. Respect, And sometimes that's not with the smile. No. Like my mom, she got on me a couple months back. Oh, you talk to people and they don't like. Well, mama, I don't want them to like me. Them people like people and do bad things and don't respect them. I'd rather they just respect them and know I might go DMX every now and again. You know what I'm saying? Just have it like that. Yeah, he was friendly, he was nice, but he might go X. You know what I'm saying? So let's just keep it that way.
Yeah, it's good.
Get a better response out of people. They know you mean business when you call. You don't want no man that don't mean business around you. That's the worst thing in the world. Everything a game and people want to play with. That's why I say, hey, dress me as. Because if not, any little bit, they start playing with you.
But, I have 2 boys and it's I treat them differently than I treat my daughters.
Of course.
And the funny thing is my wife is more strict with the girls and I'm more strict with the boys. Cause I know what it is to be a boy and a teenager right?
Come on, man.
And so some of the things that I see them do, I'm like, nope, we're going to cut that.
Yeah. Cause you know what that means, that understanding is.
Yeah. And so, but they have their mom if they ever
need that soft side,
that softness.
Some people be like, I have a masculine side and a feminine. No, my wife is my feminine side.
There you go.
That's what that is. She's my feminine side.
Yeah. And they know I love them. I tell them.
They got nice, clean clothes. Beautiful castle y'all live in.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. A lot of hard work. A lot of managing their finances properly.
Yes, sir.
I had the blessing of my brother was like, I'm going to send you to this Dave Ramsey class so you can learn how to manage your money. I didn't even have a job yet. And I went to this class and I learned about the envelope system, stay away from debt, budget, just keep track of so that was a huge blessing. So that's one of the, you talked about being a one-trick pony. That's one of the things that I'm also a certified financial coach, right? Right now, I just do it more as a ministry in my church. Okay. We offer that to couples, just at no charge, right?
You got layers.
Yeah. So, but I can do that if I ever wanted to, right? Like just, I have a teaching degree. I'm a certified financial coach. I can do that if I want.
For real, man.
Yeah.
Like when you sit back and think about, thought we 40, dog. Like you got experience in so many lines of work, or you're not even thinking of them as work. It's just something that you do. Something that you didn't forgot about already, but somebody else might still see you in that light, or not even know you as much else, but that, whatever that is.
So cool, man. Any closing thoughts? Anything else you want to share?
I shared it.
I know it's in there.
I shared it.
Very cool. Well, I appreciate you coming on, man. I know it's gonna help. It's gonna help somebody out there.
I appreciate
thinking
you.
about. Yeah, no, man. Thank you so much. We'll go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you guys for tuning in to My Line of Work. I hope today's video inspired you to find the work you love. If there's a career you're curious about, drop it in the comments below. We'd love to feature it. Hasta la próxima. Appreciate it, man.
Peace.